Most lawyers that I know, that I talk to, and that I work with all have this same trait in one form or another, and it's that we're trying to be perfect. And we have this tendency to stop ourselves from doing anything new because we want to get it right. We want to get it perfect, right? We want to get it right the first time that we do something. And this really stops us from taking risks, which I understand because as attorneys, as lawyers, like a big part of our job is helping our clients avoid risk, right? And minimizing risk or, dealing with the risk that they took that went wrong, right? And so I understand the why behind it. But if you are doing something like opening your own law firm, you're going to have to take some risk and you're going to have to do some things that aren't perfect and you're not going to have them right the first time. And here's the thing, like, we want the world to know that we have it kind of together, right? That we've got it figured out. And this is not unique to lawyers at all. I'm just talking about lawyers because I am a lawyer and that's who I deal with, right? That's who I work with. And so, but this really can apply to, I think, most people, right? Is that we want to give this presentation as though we have it all figured out, we've got it all together. But when we do that, and especially again for my lawyers who want to open a law firm, or if you have a law firm and you want to grow it to the next step, whatever that might mean for you, if we're too busy or too consumed trying to make sure something's perfect, we don't afford ourselves the grace to be new at something, to be a beginner, right? And so this can be such a disruptive way to think about ourselves because then if we don't live up to our own standard of it being right, of it being perfect the first time, you're really kind of setting yourself up for failure in your own eyes, right? And so, this concept of having it perfect and having it right, it just is not good for your physical health. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your happiness, really your overall functionality, right? Trying to always make sure that you do things the right way. And it's really going to stop you from being your best. And it's going to stop you from navigating this journey. So I've been a law firm owner for almost 9 years now. I've been an attorney for over 15 years now. And it's been a journey and I haven't had it all figured out. And from the outside, my law firm, Dow Law Firm, probably like it looks great, right? Everything looks great. But on the back end, I know the journey that it took for me to get there. I know the process and the hardships and the obstacles that it took for me to even get the courage to decide to open my own law firm, which I finally did in 2016. But it took me 2 or 3 years of doubting that I could do it or do it right to be able to do so. And that slowed me down, right? And as I opened my own law firm, like if you look at my website that I have now for Dow Law Firm, it is so polished. It looks so good. My very first website, I did it myself. I built it myself on Squarespace and it was decent enough, but it wasn't what I have now by no means at all, right? But in order to get to where I am now, to where I have the consistent revenue to be able to pay someone like FindLaw to run and manage my website, right? I didn't have that when I first started out. So I had to work with what I had, and that was me doing it myself because I had a whole bunch of time when I didn't have many clients and not as much income. And now that I'm busier, I have consistent clients, right? I have the income to support paying a company to manage my law firm's website. I say all that to say is that a part of the process of developing yourself and developing your business and your law firm is the journey to which you do so, right? And whenever you try something new, whenever you do something for the first time, you're gonna suck. And that's okay. And we don't want to come out the gate just we shouldn't strive for suckiness, right? But that's what's going to happen. And so when I'm working with my law firm clients on various aspects of their law firm, it's we're not looking for A+ work. We're not looking for, 100%. If we can get a solid B, if we can get a solid 85%, that's good. Let's go. We don't want to hold ourselves up on this indecision, on the fear, because we think it's not good enough. It will become good enough as you continue to grow and build and learn from it, right? So even if you start off kind of sucky, like, you're not going to stay there. Like, as you do it and you kind of suck, you make some improvements, you get better, you make some more improvements, you get even better, and it continues. And that's what the journey is supposed to look like. Okay? So if you are, again, opening a law firm or struggling to, manage your law firm, grow your law firm, keep in mind that some of what might be holding you back is this notion of trying to be perfect and have it all figured out and not taking the risk. And that's where I help my law firm clients when I do my coaching and consulting work. It's really helping them work through those obstacles. So a lot of times the obstacles that they have are themselves. They are the ones in their own way. They are the ones stopping themselves, slowing themselves down, and just can't get out of their own way. And so I help them to get out of their own way and help them achieve what their goals are, what their visions are for their careers, for their law firms, for their lives. So I hope this helps someone who is struggling with this notion of perfectionism, and you may not even realize that that's been the issue, and that's what's been holding you back and slowing you down. So if you need some motivation to keep going and to try new things and do the hard things, here you go. You're welcome. So I hope this helps. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.